What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Today we have another video. We're on Female 6. Today we're going to be talking about Attack on Titan Season 2 Episode 5 or Attack on Titan Episode 30. So in this episode we kick it off and everybody's like in a snow frozen cabin, so it's like we started way different than how it ended last week. So I'm thinking this is a flashback, right? We start with everybody like they made it to like where there's winter training is gonna be at, but turns out Christa, Ymir, and Daz are like they didn't show up at all. It's like they're lost in the frozen like blizzard or something. So everybody wants to try to find them, but they're told not to. They're gonna send a search party in the morning when the time comes. Then we cut to what seems to be Christa and Ymir and Daz like trudging along in a blizzard storm. Christa seems to be pulling Daz's body, which according to Ymir's words is 1 foot in the grave already, meaning that he's already pretty much gonna die. So yeah. Then Ymir tells Christa to actually like leave. You have to leave him or we're gonna die. Christa's like, no, I'm gonna save his life, blah blah blah, we're gonna get him to the foot of the mountain, we're all gonna live. And then Ymir goes up to her and says, you don't really want to save him, do you? You just want to make it seem like you want to save him because you're planning on dying yourself out here, and you just want to seem like a hero who died trying to save someone. So then we get into like a little glimpse of Ymir's backstory, because she says she used to like steal things in order to survive, and she overheard people talking about some girl who's an illegitimate daughter to a royal family, and that they were trying to kill unless she changed her name and like lived a normal life. And they said that girl had joined the cadet corps or the survey corps. Well, the cadets. I guess they're not in one of the 3 things yet. But yeah. So then she's like, well, you can't run away from your past. You have to like keep your name and just live life as you want to live it. Like there's no point in you trying to be somebody who you're not. They tried to get rid of Daz by, well, Ymir says that she'll be the one to throw him off a cliff that is currently standing on. So she actually grabs Christa, throws her down, rolls her down the opposite end, so she hits a tree and gets under the snow. And then she like gets like a ball of light around her, and then suddenly we get like a skip to the town where she's already made it and Christa's arriving, and she sees that she's already there. And then she's like, oh, where's Daz? And Ymir like points towards the window, and you can see Daz like shivering. And that's when Christa asks her like, how did you get him down there? You have no rope, and then the hill's like super high. And she's like, okay, maybe I can trust you, but once I reveal my secret to everybody, you have to promise to take back your own name and live. And then we cut towards the present day. So Ymir, we get like a recap of last week's episode where Ymir jumps off and transforms into a Titan, and she starts fucking slaughtering every Titan that's there. She starts biting their necks, slicing them, like jumping all around them, doing acrobatic stuff. And then like everybody's like, oh my god, like she's a Titan too, it's crazy. Do you think she's known about this? Because she's always seemed like she's always been one to, like she already knew that she was a Titan. And then they asked Christa, they're like, have you known? Do you know that she was a Titan? And she's like, no, I didn't know. So then she sees that Ymir is like fighting the Titans, but at the same time she's like not trying to destroy the tower because they're up there. So Christa starts yelling, and she's like, oh my god, she's like, do not, she's like, if you're trying to die by in order to keep this tower up, then forget about it, just tear it down yourself. So that's what she does. She starts tearing that shit down, you know. And but before that, we get like Reiner and Bertolt realize that Titan was one that ate a person that they were allies with a long time ago. But they look kind of different just because right now Ymir's Titan form teeth are like jagged and like sharp as hell, but back then she had like regular teeth. So I was like, That's crazy. And her Titan form is like a very small one, and it has like long arms, and it kind of looks like a witch, like in the face. She's ugly as hell. But she's just like agile. She's acrobatic, and yeah. So she starts tearing down the tower. But she climbs at the top, and then she asks them, "Do you guys want to live?" And like she lets everybody grab her hair strands, and she tears down the tower. She jumps off. Everybody's on the ground, and like you see the Titans start getting up through the rubble. So then Connie's like, "Hey, ugly, go finish what you started," and she goes to try to like kill like the rest of the Titans. But then all of them suddenly come up. One of them grabs her, smashes her head, or they grab her hair and they like hit her against the ground, and everybody all the other Titans just pile up and start eating her. And I'm like, fuck, like it's over for her. And then Christa's like, "No, Ymir, I still didn't tell you my name." So she runs towards her, but then out of nowhere a Titan shows up like behind the debris. Out of nowhere, like you see somebody's zip line, like 3D maneuver gear attached to them, and cuts off his neck, and it turns out to be Mikasa. And then out of nowhere, she's like, "Don't worry, we'll handle this." And out of nowhere, you see all the Survey Corps members just jump in and just start killing all the Titans, including Eren, which says, "I finally got my first kill, but I've sworn he's killed a couple Titans. Like, he has a Titan form. What the hell is he talking about?" And everybody's excited. They're like, Eren, you came." So then everybody like finishes off all the Titans, and then we find out like Ymir has been seriously wounded and she's pretty much about to die. So Christa reveals her name to be Historia, and then Ymir dies peacefully, which is kind of crazy because the show doesn't really have that many like endearing moments, like very like happy moments, but I felt like that was a very peaceful death compared to all the other deaths we've seen in the show. But yeah, that's where the episode ends. But yeah, my thoughts on this episode were, the beginning was a little bit boring, I guess. But it was overall enjoyable, very enjoyable actually. Animation for the show is always good. Art style is fucking beautiful. The lighting, the scenery, everything's just good. The only thing is, in my opinion, Ymir's Titan design is pretty ugly, but still, like, Titans are fucking disgusting. So yeah, that's my thoughts for today's episode, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel for more videos, guys. Let me know what you guys think about how you think season 2 is going and how it's going to end. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. This is me signing off. Have an awesome day. Peace.